Hey there, gamers. What's going on? Hey guys, I've got a lovely announcement to make. I'm starting another server, the Saplow SMP. Link in the description if you want to play. First, I'm going to tell you guys what the concept is of the server, and then I'm going to explain to you what I want and what the rules are, how it's going to go down, what my plans for it are, and then I will show you how to actually join the server, because you need a tutorial on how to do it. These will all be time-stamped in the description of this video, so if you want to just skip to like the instructions, you can. It's in the description. So yeah, part one. What is the server? What is the Saplow SMP? Alright, well, I'll tell you. The Saplow SMP is a SMP that has raiding and griefing is allowed, but hack clients are not allowed. So it runs off SimPvP rules. Pretty much copy and paste how they run the server rules. It's that. Except for the catch is it starts on Minecraft's oldest version and will be updating every week to a new version of Minecraft. The thing is, like, I will put it up to a vote each week if we're gonna update, and just like a majority rules, we update. So if, let's say, the majority of people like a certain version of Minecraft, we can stay on there for multiple weeks, as many as we keep getting no, don't updates as a thing. And the polls will be done by reactions on Discord, in the Discord server, the official Discord server, which you can check out in the Discord link in the description of this video. So I highly recommend going out there if you want to have a voice on the updates and other things about the server that might happen. I'm thinking each ban that happens, depending on how many, I might also do votes on that, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So, but I do want to do it for each update. So the idea is, yeah, it's just going to be like 2bgt.ca, but it updates, but it's going to be better. It's going to be done better, and it's no hacking. So don't use hack clients, don't dox people, don't DDoS the server, don't do things that will cause the server to crash, obvious stuff like that. On the Discord server actually will be a set of written out proper rules for the server, so you can go and check those out. I'll have a screenshot of it on screen. And so that's my plan for that. That's essentially the idea for the server. It's just going to go on until forever, pretty much. So yeah, so if you're interested in checking it out, the server is running on 2 gigs of RAM currently, version 1.0.16 of alpha, with working online mode. While technically not Minecraft's oldest working version of multiplayer, it is the oldest working version of multiplayer that I could get running online mode. So we have player authentication from the start. I didn't want to start an SMP on old versions of Minecraft if I had to use it like a login plugin, because those are disgusting. So we're going to start on old versions, and you're not going to be able to use multiple accounts. You're going to have to buy the Notch account if you want to join as Notch. All right, sorry. No logging in as other people, no exploiting base coordinates that way. So that's going to be great. It's a huge step up on pretty much any other server that's running old versions these days. Well, okay, most of the basic ones. And, well, it's not anarchy, so don't go on there with that intention. I want to bring up more of a building community than a PvP or griefing-oriented one, so if you're coming to the server with that intention in mind, please don't even bother joining. I might put in some extra sort of restrictions on griefing, but I do want to have the certain like chaos element to it. So for now, griefing will be 100% allowed, but that could change in the future. You've been warned. Don't be an asshole on there. You can be an asshole, but I'm just saying, don't be an asshole. But you can be one if you want to. It's a free country. I want to have more fun than just nuking bases, because that's not fun to me. Might be fun to you. Once again, that leads back to the you being an asshole point, and I know you can be one if you want to, but you probably shouldn't. Just because I don't know, I might make it illegal. Might make it a crime. Now we're on to part 2, how to actually join the server, because you're like, yeah, this is a very interesting point you're making here, but I don't actually know how to join the server, so I'm gonna tell you. All right, calm down, one step at a time. I just hope that my editor Noah actually does something good with how this ends up. You'd better edit this well, Noah. You better edit this well. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do to join the server is this. You're gonna need to go to multimc.org, alright? MultiMC is a free open source launcher for Minecraft, alright? Basically, it's a launcher that's editable and you can add like mods to it without having to use like Forge. So that's what we're gonna do. All the links are provided in the description, so you'll be able to get to the website. It's open source, so it's totally chill. They're not gonna hack your backdoor your computer if you download this software. I am only going to be covering Windows on how to install because I do not want to cover Linux and Mac because I do not have a Linux and a Mac thing. So you'll have to look up something separate for that, but I'm guessing the gist is generally what I'm going to be doing for this. Let's get Windows, download and install. So just hit OK on that and it will now download. The next thing you're gonna want to download, okay, here you go. You're gonna want to open up this. It says whatever might harm your computer. It won't harm your computer. Next, make folder, go folder, unzip it into folder. All right, just unzip file, rename. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just deleted it. Okay, Control Z, it'll work. It's back, all right. Oh, but that gives me genuine pain. I hit. Remember, name it like MultiMC. Saplow. I can't spell. It's very late. It's 1 a.m. Or you could call it MultiMC, call it whatever you want, I don't care. Open up MultiMC, there you go. Everything you need is here. Run the .exe file, and then give your computer a virus. No, I'm just kidding. You're not getting a virus. So I would recommend giving more RAM, but I want the maximum RAM to be 2 gigabytes because I would recommend giving it a little more, but you don't have to. And now you're here and you're like, okay, well, what do we do now? Well, now we go back to the one download link in the description to another open source client modification, so .jar, and I want you to download that. Now, you don't need it for this step right away, but you're going to want to download it for future reference. So download that, link in the description. It is also open source. It was created by Zephaniah Noah, who is the guy who was coding all of the stuff for my server. It's not backdoored. You have my word on that, and if you don't trust my word, which is fair because I'm not a professional coder guy and stuff, you can check the source code. It's all publicly viewable, and so your computer's safe. We will be uploading. We will release a new one of these each update the server is on, so each time it updates we'll have a new client mod be released to the public to use, so you can join and have working Minecraft authentication, so no cracked accounts being able to log in. So you know, MultiMC, you have client mod.jar. It might be named something different when I upload it in the link, but it's client mod.jar. So just, you got the client mod, you got the little .jar, you're gonna hit add instance, go to alphas, enable alphas, and scroll all the way down. It can work for any snapshots, whatever, but for this one, it's specific to alpha 1.0.16. But depending on whichever client mod it is, it'll only work for like with whatever version it's supposed to be compatible with. This one is compatible with 1.16, and I believe it only works with my server, unfortunately. Now, what you're gonna do, run it one time. Now it's gonna be like, oh, in order to play Minecraft, you must be logged in, yada yada yada. You just go yes, log into your account, and then you go add, and then you add in your account. Password, put it in, hit OK, bada bing, bada boom. Now that you're logged in, of course, this is completely like your account is not going to get leaked because you logged into this launcher, okay? That is not how it works. If you want to check, you can check the source code to see if they actually store any of the data, but they don't. So you're good. So click on that. So you run it, now you can run the game, load all the files that you need, yada yada yada. And here we go. It's epic. It's launched. Wow. But don't celebrate yet, because you will find that it actually doesn't work. So let's say we'll type in the IP .saplow.net, which is the official IP address. Play.saplow.net with the port number 25598. It's very important. You need to put the port number for now because I can't figure it out to get the port number away. But if you don't need the port number, I will make sure to let you know in the either top pinned comment or the description, probably both. So you don't have to type it in, but right now you have to type in the port number because old versions of Minecraft don't work well with my system right now. I don't want to pay for a 25565 port because that's money. So you hit connect and it's like logging in. Oh no, internal client error, and that's because the server is set to online mode. And what online mode does is it like connects to Minecraft's authentication servers, except for the problem is Minecraft's authentication servers that it connects to are broken and don't actually work anymore. Because they moved them. after like 1.6.4, I think. So like 2012, 2013 maybe. Same with the skin servers and stuff. But this is not as fixed for skins. This is just a fix for online mode for my specific server. So it screwed up authentication for a lot of old servers. So you can't log in because it can't confirm that your account is legitimate or not. So you have to run the server in offline mode, so it doesn't actually make that check, so it doesn't care. So it literally means you just put in any username you want, and you'd be able to join. But you need to go and add .jar to this. You need to switch out the .jar, because the OG, the original .jar is which is what Minecraft back then used to run. You just swap out the .jar, okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. The reason you do this is because certain client-side thing that doesn't connect properly to the right server. So like on the server side, it now connects to the right username bit database and server database for like accounts, but it doesn't do that client side to connect to it so that it works. So you got to do this. Edit instance. Okay, what you're gonna do is hit right click. And you're gonna click edit instance. Yes, why are you gonna do this? Because what it allows you to do is switch out the .jar. So what you're gonna do is go to version, and this is the version it's running. Add to Minecraft.jar. You're gonna click this, and you go down to your desktop or wherever this .jar is stored. Now remember, wherever you actually have it stored is you don't want to remove it. So I would go into the little folder that you've done, and I would put it in here. Maybe I'd put like another folder called replacement jars. So then I would put this one in here. When it comes out, you'll have it named the version of Minecraft that it runs for. You have it where it's supposed to be. Go here, paste it in. Oh, look, there we are. Right, replacement jar. Double click on that, or just hit open. Now it's supposed to work. You hit launch. It launches, and it works. It works beautifully. And from now on, whenever you launch, it's going to run with this new .jar, which has been modified to connect to the Minecraft authentication servers.
To fix online mode for Alpha 1.0.6, you first need the jar for that version. You can find that in .minecraft/versions, or if you're using MultiMC, go to the same folder that the instances are in, go to libraries, com, mojang, Minecraft, and here is Alpha 1.0.16. You do need to run that version at least once for it to download this file, but once you have it, go ahead and decompile it. You can use whatever decompiler you want, but depending on which decompiler you use, the source might be a little bit different, and when you recompile, you might get different errors. Now that's up to you to fix those errors, but I will be covering that a little bit later in this video. So copy go.java, that's the file we need to edit, paste that in a new folder, and go ahead and open that with a text editor. Now this URL you need to edit could be anywhere in the file depending on what decompiler you use, but it's on the bottom for me. We need to change www to session, save that, and close it. You do need to have the JDK installed for Java 8. Open up a console. If you're using Windows, you need to be in the same folder that javac.exe is in. That's JAVAC for Java compile. If you're on Linux or Mac, you need to make sure the javac command is configured to the correct version of Java. So the command for me is this. I don't know what the command for Mac is, but it should be pretty easy to figure out what that is. Just look it up. Run this command. Type in your password, and for me that is 3. As you can see, 1 is Java 11, 2 is Java 14, and 3 is Java 8. It's already set, but I'll go ahead and set it again. Then we run this command. That's javac go.java, then the class path, and this is just the directory to the Alpha 1.0.16 jar. So once you have that, press enter, and as you can see, I have 2 errors here on line 25. So let's open that file again. The decompiler I used didn't seem to properly add the try catch here, so I just need to add that again. So let's put that there, this, and that looks terrible, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and recompile now, and there's the class. So this is the same file you would add to the Minecraft jar in MultiMC, and that should work.
Now you're going to type in the IP now, hit connect, And bada bing, bada boom, it works. We're done. You can thank me later. Come play on the server. We really want to see you. Part 3, yes. More talking and rambling about my server. That's what this one's called. This is the server. I don't know. It just looks so nice. Look at the neon trees. We got the neon trees, the weird ass whatever this is. Look at how there's blocky squares and the way everything looks. If you're new to the server, first thing you need to learn is that your placement on the world is reset each time you go somewhere. Because it's such an old version, it doesn't actually save your inventory. It doesn't save where you logged on or logged off at on the server. It's all client side, which makes it really like exploitable because you can use cheat engine to give yourself pretty much anything, which is against the rules on the server at the moment. If you want to just like quickly try something out, so if you're on peaceful, you actually take no damage and mobs don't spawn, which is really interesting because you basically won't die unless you die of like fall damage or maybe drowning. And like PvP, I don't think PvP even works at all, so I'll try and get it working, but current mode is basically just a relic. You know, you just check it out to build a couple of cool structures, because you can, like, while you're online, craft things, break blocks and stuff, and then you log off, whatever. But once we update further, you'll actually get to keep your inventories, so I'm guessing we probably won't last more than a week on this version. But yeah, so anyone who's joining who's new, I highly suggest that you turn your game mode to peaceful so you don't die. Also, trees, when they generate for the first time, drop saplings that are made out of oak, which is really interesting. And I think we got a really rare seed because it's all ice. This is like a giant tundra that just never ends, and it's so cool. I've never seen this in the old versions of Minecraft before, but I love it. And I also love the visual glitch of the clouds and the trees that like go in the distance and the snow that's on everything. I've never really noticed it before, but it looks so cool and I love it. Yeah, so this is going to be another niche thing, but it is not 2b2t.ca. So like, I know the question you're probably asking because you're subscribed to me, you're like, oh yeah, I remember 2b2t.ca, that was a blast. This server is not going to be 2b2t.ca, alright? There's going to be rules. There are rules. I've already explained that. There's rules. I'm going to be moderating it a lot differently, with a lot less tolerance for obnoxious people. So don't come in expecting that. Don't come in with the 2b2t edgy mindset. It actually has a decent amount of RAM too, which is like 2 gigabytes, which significant amount more than when I started 2b2t.ca, which had like maybe half a gig or 1 gig. No, it was half a gig. I literally started the server on half a gig of RAM, and I'm doing 400% better than I was with .ca. And .ca, like that, even that server like ran pretty good for something that was running half a gig of RAM for like pretty much 2 years straight. It's pretty crazy. But I'm definitely giving it more RAM, so less lag. That's one thing. That's an improvement. I have someone to code stuff for the server. That's pretty epic. Actually, one other thing, I am currently streaming as this video goes out. I'm streaming on the server, so if you want to be one of the first people to join, definitely check out the stream. I forgot to mention that earlier, but check it out. Definitely check out the stream, because that's pretty epic. I think this is a really rare biome type. I've never seen this before. I heard it was like a rare thing, and you just get carpet, and it's like infinite or something. I'm not really sure though. But I've never had terrain generate like this with snow and everything, and I really like it. I really like it. It's very much of a vibe. It's a vibe. So yeah, that's about everything I have to say. Streaming on the server as this video goes live. I will be bringing back my weekly live streams. Come join. Be one of the first people to join the server. That would be pretty epic. Spread the word, because it's always fun to play on a server that actually has people playing it. Maybe we can get Salcy1 to make a video about it. I don't know. He only covers 2B clones, though, to be fair. And this is not one of those, so maybe not. But it would be nice to have a lot of people playing. I'd definitely be up to upgrading the server. If like we could get like 10 people regularly playing, that would be great. I definitely, that would cause a little bit of lag, so I'd invest more. I have a pretty good track record, all things considered. You know, I did run 2b2t.ca for 2 years straight, even though nobody played it. And except for the few people who did, and shout out to those people. You know who you are, you're epic. So yeah, even though not many people played it, I still ran the server. That's what I intend to do with this one. Hopefully I'm not going to make any stupid managerial decisions and get booted out of ownership again. like what happened with 2b2t.ca. Okay, I'm not going to, definitely not. So you can just say, as long as I'm in control of the server, it's going to stay online. So as long as I'm in control, everything's fine. Just remember that. What is it? I guess this would be the third time I've taken a shot at running a server on old versions. This is going to be probably the smoothest ride for them all, and the most fun, because we've never done it. I don't think there's a single server that has working authentication for a version as old as this. Since it's open source, anyone who wants to, feel free to use the code that Zeph has made to make your own beta servers. We need more beta servers, what can I say? Oh, it looks like this is the end of the chunk, and nope, never mind. Another thing is, I really like old stuff, and it's gonna look like so good retroactively as we update more. So like, load as many chunks as you can, build as many cool things as you can. That's like your main objectives. So do those two things, and you know, you're perfect for the server. Just walk around. I mean, that really is the only thing the server's capable of doing, really. Build a hut, you know, near spawn, and get teleported back when you log off. We will demonstrate. Let me log off, disconnect, and now all of my stuff will not be there. Yes, you do have to type it every single time, but as we update, you will eventually, it will just stay in there. I think that gets added into the game pretty soon, so you don't have to type it again. But hey, it's old. It's nostalgia. It's nostalgically old, you know? You can't blame it. And look, I am back at spawn with my inventory cleared, because that is how this works. So that's an example. Don't hack on here, don't cheat, you know, have a fun time, build something cool, maybe do some PvP, a little bit of light griefing, maybe, but just be chill, be cool. As long as you're cool, I don't have a problem with it, and no one else will. The Discord server is in the description, and you can check that out. You can join the community. This is going to be the start of something pretty epic, I feel. I'm streaming right now. Go to that. Weekly live streams on the server will be happening. Goodbye. Goodbye.